shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Murray.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call at the beginning of the game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a 2nd straight play. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, when you first do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
These 2 teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Murray now on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen.
Touchdown, Washington.
Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Let's go!
A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Black shot. Strike. Check. Strike. Seal. Black.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Amari Cooper
Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Here's Murray. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Murray now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by McKinney. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
To throw is Murray. Rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Eagles defense able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
That's into the hands of Eckler. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Washington.
Austin Eckler.
85 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
22 middle.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Check white. Hut, hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Slide blue. Real green. 6, 7. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Come on, set. Flash, red. Blue strike. Dog red. Lock it, fit.
They're going to try and throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Williams brings it in. Touchdown.
Mike Williams,
46 yards.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Black shot. Field, black. Ready?
They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Flush to his right.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back to throw now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Drill green. 6. Level. Ready?
Back to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Red. Blue stripe. Long red. Blue black.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
In motion left, the tight end. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try again. And once again, he will not go anywhere. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
He finds his target, Allen.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First down, Murray. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Bryan, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Murray going to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Murray to air it out again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now back to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Up the middle with Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. Dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Field black. Field blue. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, Murray.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile, forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory.
Touchdown, Washington.
Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 28.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Steal! Check steal!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
White. Black ultra. Huge yellow. 52 blaster. Hey, go Fury.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Light blue. Green.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Okay, ready? Six, mega. Blue strike. Set.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch it, 6. 10 cycles.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
To an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Eagles, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
In the game, no post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nikes and cars, dangerous corners. You better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all